want to share a little bit about how to get lean and then also to maintain that leanness year round. So this is just, again, my personal experience. It'd be different probably with everybody a little bit. So this past season, I got to learn a little bit about that. Last year, I competed in my first show. I got really lean. I got the results I was looking for, which is like kind of like just like a ripped look. I had muscle definition, really low body fat percentage. The thing was, after my first show, I went back to my regular eating habits, and within 2 months, I gained 20 pounds. So I went from the leanest I've ever been to the heaviest I've ever been. I put my body through a little bit of stress in doing that, and yeah, it was hard to lose again after that. No amounts of cardio I did after that wasn't really helping. My body just wanted to hold on to that weight that I had gained. So I learned a little bit more about that this season while I competed. And I got back down to a pretty low body fat percentage, not quite as low as the first show. I didn't give myself enough time because of the extra weight I had gained during last season. And so what I did to kind of get back down to being lean again were two things: a combination of weight training as well as eating healthy, eating a good diet. And I'll explain that in a minute here. But so for weight training, so if you're looking to get lean, you kind of just think, I'll lose weight. So people automatically think, or they go to cardio, you know, like running, jogging, elliptical, things like that. But really, to see some good results, you want to do weight training. The really cool thing about weight training is you are losing weight while you're doing it. You're building muscle. But not only that, once you're actually done your exercise, your body's still wanting to burn calories, and it increases your metabolism. So definitely got to weight train. You're going to get the shapes that you want. You don't, you know, with lots of cardio, you can kind of just be flat, not really have much shape. But the great thing about weight training is it's you're going to get shapes that you want, but not only that, it's really good for your back, just for like posture. It strengthens all areas. It's good for your bones. So I really recommend weight training. It's been a lot of fun for me. It's something I really enjoy as well now. So do weight training. That's where you're going to see the biggest results. With the weight training, you actually don't need to do a lot of cardio in order to get down to a leanness. Your body will kind of just naturally get leaner as you continually weight train. And I would recommend training about, if you can, 5 to 6 days a week. And also another important thing about getting lean is your diet. Without the proper diet, it's going to be next to impossible to get lean. Something that's really important to know is you need to be in a deficit. So pretty much you need to be burning more calories than you're consuming to lose weight. And the calorie is just amount of energy. So you want to be taking or burning more energy than you are taking in. And with that, you will feel hungry, and that is normal. So what I've kind of done is I've adopted a diet. It's called the cycle diet. I kind of did this last season with a coach, but I did a little bit more research and reading this season as well. So what I do is I cycle 6 deficit days, so diet days, so to speak, where I eat foods that are really clean, whole foods, plant-based things like salads, oatmeals, smoothies, roasted veggies, things like that, things that are really clean and nutritious. And then I give myself 1 day where I can have a cheat day, a caloric feast, so to speak. And yeah, I really indulge on those days, not like over the top, but those are days where I'll have things like donuts or cookies. I'll do some baking, things like that I don't have during the week. And so the cycle diet, you might have heard other people say that they have like a 80-20 rule. So they'll eat good 80% of the time, and then 20% they'll indulge. So it's kind of like that, except for I have the 6 days, and then on my 7th day I'll have my cheat day. For me, that's Mondays. And in the book that I was reading, it's by Scott Abel, which is this book right here, The Cycle Diet. He talks about something called a supercompensation mode. And with the super compensation mode, it's kind of just reading your body's signs for when you're actually supposed to take that cheat day. So when you first start your cycle diet, if you've kind of decided, you know, you want to weight train, you want to get lean, you want to do a cycle diet, you have to wait for your body to tell you when to take that cheat day. And it can take upwards of 3 to 4 weeks sometimes. For me, because I was training last year already, I found within about a week and a half to 2 weeks, I was able to start introducing my cheat day. And some things, you got to know how to read your body for sure. It takes maybe a little bit of time or studying, but how you'll kind of know that you are in need of a cheat day is when you're really, really hungry. In a deficit, again, you will be hungry, but with that, you're going to be hungrier than normal, fantasizing about food a lot, yeah, and just you're gonna not be thinking clearly, a little bit more irritable. It's gonna be a little bit different in that regard. So yeah. Another important thing, so for me, because I want to maintain a leanness all year round, having a diet that works for my lifestyle is so important. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do it year round. It's different when it's just for a season. But when you're planning to do it all year round, it needs to be able to work for things like around Christmas or Thanksgiving, if you're going on vacation, things like that. I just got back 2 weeks ago from a week vacation to visit my family, and during that time I stopped my diet, my cycle diet, and I had a 1 week break. Now with this cycle diet, that's one of the things I liked about it, is that you can take a break and then you can get back into your regular routine, and then again you'll lose the weight. So with the cycle diet, you'll have, after your cheat day, I usually gain 5 pounds after that, and then within the week I end up losing the 5 pounds and then some. So usually on average, from when I was heavier to lighter, I would lose about 1 pound to 1/2 pound a week, and that is including that cheat day 5-day pounds that I gain, and then after that I lose it. So I end up losing about, you know, like 5.5 pounds to 6 pounds a week. So last season I tracked macros, but that didn't really work for me. It was hard for me to get my protein levels up to the amounts that were recommended, and I was having a lot of protein shakes and tofu, but I found that made me tired, a little bit bloated. I wasn't feeling too good with it. I know a lot of people say try different shakes. I've tried a few different types of protein supplements for my shakes, but that wasn't really working for me. So this season I tried just tracking my daily caloric intake, and I did that using MyFitnessPal, and I found out that my diet is a very carb heavy diet, and that's just because I eat a lot of whole foods and plant-based foods, blah, 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 blah. So things like, you know, salads, smoothies, all those things, like I said, oatmeals, are all high carb foods, but they're all really nutrient dense. So my diet this past season was very carb heavy, but also very nutrient dense on my deficit days. And a good formula to kind of figure out what your deficit day number for daily caloric intake should be is your body weight times 10. So I was 120 pounds, and so I times that by 10, and I got, you know, you get 1,200. So that was my limit for my daily caloric intake. So I tracked that using MyFitnessPal. You can just track in what foods you're eating throughout the day, and it will tell you what roughly the calories are for those items that you're eating. For the cycle diet, if you're not doing that with weight training, do not do the cycle diet, because you will just gain a ton of weight from the cheat days that you're doing. You need to do it with the weight training, and if you're interested in that style of dieting, I would suggest Scott Abel's book, The Cycle Diet. I found that super helpful, but you do need to make sure that you are reading your body properly and that you're taking that cheat day on when you're supposed to. But not only that, if you're overweight by about 15 pounds or so, you will probably just gain more weight as well. Thanks.